Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are when you're watching this video. So today we have an Alliance War video from season 40. This one, I'm not really sure which war it was, but it was, I would say, pretty much the third to last war. So yes, let's start with the video. Here we have a Nimrod, and this is path 3. I'll be taking path 3 for section 1 and 2. So yeah, so pretty much here the idea is to get rid of his armor, which is why I bring Null, because he has a really good mechanic where instead of armor breaking the opponent, Null goes ahead and replaces an armor up buff with a Living Abyss debuff. So yeah, the strategy is pretty much whenever he has an armor up buff, I'm either going to hit on his block or try my luck and hopefully get rid of that armor up buff with either my first medium attack or with the heavy. So yes, here you're gonna see that I'm gonna be changing either from one of those three. But yeah, I practiced this with my own roster versus my rank 4 Nimrod and 5-star rank 1 Null. And yeah, I figured that this was the best way to go because I don't want to get power burn forever and die just because of that. Yeah, so here he throws a special 2. Here he has 24 Living Abyss debuffs. So what I'm trying to do right now is charge to my special 3 because that's gonna get me a really nice boost. So here I'm about to get to my 3 bars of power, and here once he gets the armor up buff, I find something that is very unique that I didn't know, and this definitely was not my intention. But yeah, since he had an armor up buff, I use my special 3, and since I hit him, then I get power locked, a special locked, and a little bit of power burn, which is why I guess I got to keep almost all of my 3 bars of power, which is pretty crazy. I was not expecting this on this fight. So because it's something that interaction didn't really happen when I was practicing with my own roster. So yeah, here the fight is pretty much over. Not too much of a struggle, but yeah, it could have, the fight could have gone south if I didn't know how to go about it. So yeah, here we go. That Null just crushed it. The fight was almost 2 minutes, but it was pretty safe. Now here we have on the same note, we have a Spider one, and yeah, she doesn't really get an armor buff, and she can evade though. So Null has a really cool ability where his medium attacks cannot be evaded, neither his heavy or his special one. So you're gonna see me trying to mostly parry heavy, and also that's gonna get some of my Living Abyss debuffs on her. So there we go. Here I could have punished, but I just wanted to back out, and there we go. We threw our special 1, and now we're just waiting for the timer in order to get that corruption up. Yeah, so there we go. We clutched some of a chain of heavy attacks. So there we go, and the fight is pretty much over right now. Here I thought that there was, for some reason, a Degen was gonna proc, but no, I just end up finishing the fight with 1 medium. And yeah, that was less than 1 minute. Not bad at all. Not the best placement for when, but it is what it is. So now here we have a Rintra, which is why I brought my Scorpion. Yeah, here we have Masochism, so we're gonna have to deal with that. The fight might not be as fast as a regular Scorpion Rintra fight, but we're gonna get it, and let's see. So there you go, that Masochism was activated. Here I always try to wait before the stun ends, just so that after I finish my 2 medium attacks, Rintra comes at me. That I just found that makes the AI a little bit more aggressive, and once you finish an attack, they come to you here I'm trying my heavy and throw my special one. That was a little bit odd. I didn't know that the node worked like that, where it purifies all of the debuffs that try to be applied at the same time. Because you see that I had a few heavy charges and none of those applied. So yeah, that's a good self note right there for the future. And I like to use the poison powers thing whenever I can, against, of course, opponents that are not poison immune, needless to say, because that, on top of my mastery, that per debuff reduces the healing abilities of my opponent, poison also reduces that, so it's like I get some nice bonus right there. So yeah, there we go. It's 1 minute and 7 seconds, not too bad. Here we have a shared path fight with Ultron, and I'm gonna take this with null, and I'm running sick and tired. So since I start with 3 living at beast debuffs, I'm gonna cut off that annoying unblockable that he gets whenever he gets a regen buff. So yeah, this is just gonna be a really normal null versus Ultron fight. Yeah, so here he has that evade, but as I mentioned before, null can get rid of or bypass that evade, so we don't have to worry about that. And soon we're gonna get that corruption, and there we took advantage of us being unstoppable to just let Ultron hit us, and then we hit him back. Yeah, that cost us a little bit of health, but it's not a big problem. And here you go, that null just crushed that fight. So yes, this is like a really straightforward fight. This was like a minute or so. Yeah, leave even less, 45 seconds. So there we go. Now this fight can get a little bit tricky, because the way that Omega Sentinel works is that whenever we repeat the same attack in a row, she's gonna get an armor up buff. So if we hit her, not her block, if we hit her directly, she's going to put a bleed on us. So that's not good. Now here I'm doing, I did medium, light, medium, and then heavy. Here she gets an armor buff, which is bad, so I'm trying to hit her on her block because I want to get rid of those armor buffs, but no, instead she gets another one. Here I get rid of one, so that's great. Here I also get rid of it, but she gets one, so there we go. Now the fight is pretty much on track, since we have our special one soon, and that prevents any armor buffs from applying. So yeah, there we throw it. We just gotta wait for the corruption timer to go off, and then once it's active, you're gonna see that the fight is just going to end really fast. So there we go, corruption is active, and there we go, that we're doing a ton of damage, and that healing does not matter at all because we are running the sick and tired offensive attack tactic. So there we go, that was a really on point fight with null. He's just really good for this path. So there we go, in less than 1 minute. And now on the same path we have Warlock, but instead of bleed, he's going to put a shock. So that's not good. Here we're gonna, since he doesn't get armor buffs, he just starts with one, and then whenever it's not active, he replenishes it. We are going to hit on his block. There we go, now the fight is on track. We're just gonna try to hurry heavy, and if we can get a combo in as well, then we are gonna do that. Here he gets the armor buff back, so I'm trying to, there we got hit, we got caught when we were dashing back, but that's okay. Here we drop our special one, and now the same thing as the other fights, we're just gonna wait for the corruption timer to go off so that it's activated. And yeah, let's see, there we go, it's active. Now we're gonna go ahead and just crush this fight. This is going to be pretty straightforward. Here he gets some degens, and he cannot gain an armor buff because he's in corruption. So there we go, we got a shock there, but it's not really affecting us that much. The fight is almost over. There we go, we get our unblockable buff so we can attack him directly, and there we go, the fight is over. That was a little bit over a minute, not too bad at all. Now just crushing it is really really nice feeling to get over these fights in like a minute or so. And now here we have on this node with safe world guard indomitable with this core usually is annoying, but if you bring a really good counter like Tigra, the fight is just like it couldn't get easier. So there we go, we have that neutralized up, and as long as we have that up, we don't have to worry about that much the node. So there we go, because he's not gonna get a regen buff. Here he throws a special one, our senses are still active. Here I try to throw my special one there just so I can go ahead and change some of my heavy attacks. You're gonna see me doing that throughout the fight, and I'm not really gonna throw any special two because I want to get the flow going on the fight and not lose the pace. So here I throw my special one just so I can go ahead and change my heavy attack and get some ruptures on. So there we go. He's playing really into us. He's not being passive at all. So there we go. This is a really nice core fight. It's just like a regular fight with Tigra. So there we go, we punish that and he's down. There we go. It's not much of a trouble, a really straightforward fight, really easy. So this took us about 1 minute, yeah, close to 1 minute. So there we go. Now here I was not assigned this fight, nor did I sign up, but I saw that my teammates were struggling, so I decided to go ahead and just take the fight. Here I'm using the rupture sting, I believe, because I want to be poison immune, so I am safe to hit this Iron Doom when he's on the poison phase. So yeah, here I like to stick to just 2 hits, mediums, to get the most power stings per hit. So there we go. Here I can just hit him freely because I'm immune to poison. Here he has the taunt. He's playing he's gonna play a little bit passive because he doesn't throw his special one, and that is going to be a major source of damage because we're gonna rely on the power stings when they burst to do some damage. Here I got hit by a special one, didn't get the timing quite correctly. That's fine, no problem. Yeah, we just can hit him freely because we're on the poison phase and we're immune to that, so that's totally fine. There we go. And here, yeah, I think that I took this fight previously, but I just wanted to play really cautious. Here I push him by hitting into his block because I didn't want to get cornered, because once I get cornered, the AI might get like a little bit more aggressive, leaving me less chances to punish. So there we go. You see that burst, that's really good. And yeah, this fight is going to be pretty safe, I would say. But yeah, it might take a while because we also remember that one of the abilities of Infamous Iron Man or Iron Doom is that whenever he drops below 15%, pretty sure, he's going to get a regen buff that is going to be pretty annoying with him on defense. So yeah, we're gonna have to deal with that. So here I'm trying to build to my special too, just so I can get that petrified and hopefully go ahead and negate some of his healing. On the fight though, I didn't remember that it was 15%. I thought it was 30, which is why I threw it. So yeah, here we just have to get him below 15% so he activates that and we go ahead and cut some of that healing back. There we go. It activated. Yeah, it's still pretty potent healing, but we are cutting it by a decent amount. Here the debuff is no longer there, so he heals a little bit more, but that's fine because now that he healed, he's not gonna get that anymore. And here we just gotta stick to the same playstyle that we have been doing, letting the power stings do the work. And yeah, here he threw it. Now he's below 15% of HP. So yeah, we're gonna get this done, no problem at all. Yeah, in the future, now that I've done this fight, I'm going to have a Scorpion as a really good counter for this guy. Yeah, it's not really that bad at all. So there we go, we go and get the win right there. No death. full attack bonus, except for the attack bonus that was lost before I got into the fight. And here, I go ahead and take this Absorbing Man final boss with a node still active. I wanted to give it a try because I saw that just another one of my teammates had a Scorpion, and I wanted to just give it a try because I wasn't going to be able to log in before the war was over, and just in case that, you know, real life stuff could happen, maybe something he had to take care of and couldn't log in, because you're probably not gonna take down Absorbing Man unless you have a decent counter for him or you know how to fight him. And it's just good that I know how to fight him, and I also have a good counter. So there we go. I'm using the poison power stings because, as I mentioned before, I want to cut his healing the most I can. And here I'm gonna go ahead and try to bait his special 1 and then a special 2, then a special 1, special 2, so I can go ahead and knock him out of his forms, because he gets really annoying when he's on his forms. So yeah, here you go ahead and see that I'm doing that, sticking to the plan, and whenever he has 1 bar of power and I don't want him to throw that special, I just hold block. It usually works. You're gonna see that at sometimes it doesn't, but for the most part it does work. So here we know him down off his form. That's really good. And there I got parried. That I was not expecting that. It is what it is though. So here we have to throw a special 2 just to get some ground and not get cornered there, because if we get cornered, the fight might be really bad. So there we go. We go ahead and throw a special 1 to get him to over 2 bars of power, so that we can knock him down and get rid of his form. There we go. So yeah, here, besides that one mistake, that it really cost us a lot of health, but that's okay because we have some indestructible boost. So the first 3 hits didn't really did much. So there we go. We knock him down. Here I hold block, but unfortunately he throws it, and since he throws it and we cannot knock him down off his form, then we just have to play like regular, applying some power stings. Here you saw that I was not aware that this was gonna happen. I knew it was a possibility, but I wasn't expecting it. So yeah, here I'm just trying to play like, I don't want to block him unless he's out of his form. So here if we deactivate his form, so that's good. We block regularly. And now here we're throwing a special 1. We're gonna want to bait that special 1 as well, and then knock him out of his form. So there we go. Here we hold block, and yeah, I think he's not gonna. Oh, there we go. He throws it. So here I'm just like, okay, I want to get out this fight really quickly. So I throw my special 1, and hopefully once he activates that special, he's gonna die, and he does. So that was a really good boss solo. We almost didn't make it though. I'm glad that it ended up working. So yes, this was the final fight for me for this war, season 40. It was a really good feeling. That was 9 fights, no deaths. It's what happens when you go ahead and practice before the fight. Make sure that you're doing your practice fights, taking the note into account, even though you cannot have such fight where you have all the notes to practice. So yeah, here the main thing is just plan, and then execute your plan. So you go ahead and make sure that you don't die. So yeah, that was the video. Hope you guys like it. If you enjoyed it, if you enjoyed the gameplay, just consider giving a like and subscribing. I hope you have a great one. Take care.